Alright, I told you guys it was coming. And yeah, sure it was. So this is it. Right here it's given to me for free. It's brand new. That dirt that's on it and stuff, that's just for me using it. When I got it, it looked literally brand new. It's a Toro Recycler, all-wheel drive. It was bought last year, and it does run. It runs, in fact, it works perfectly fine. He bought it last year. He only used it twice. He didn't like the way this propelled. Like, he didn't know what all of this was for. Personal pace is only good for the flat ground. When you get on the steep hill, that's why he didn't like how you have to hold this bar down on the steep hills. But that's what you guys know. That's what that bar is for the hills. You know, and he didn't know that. And so he just said, you know what, if you cut my yard 2 times for free, I'll give you that mower. And I said, well, you know what, that's a dang steal if I ain't. So I took it. He let me have it. Let me bring it home today, same day. And let me tell you, it's a good mower. It really is. It works really well. Runs fine. So it has a 7.25 foot-pounds of gross torque engine at 2,600 RPM. So this thing makes a peak horsepower of approximately 5.5 horsepower. So it's a 163 cc. It's one of these just check and add deals, which means this is actually a very cool running engine. That's what that's about. It means it's a very cool running engine. Runs cool. It runs cooler than a lot of other engines on a lot of other mowers. That's what that check and add. It's a tight tolerance engine. It has tighter tolerances, like valve clearances and stuff like that. It's they made it to be a tight tolerance engine. And while it's a tight tolerance engine, they've designed the engine where there's less casting marks that are going to wear off as the engine breaks in. So that means you could change your oil less. And as you can see, the oil in this thing, that's the break-in oil. It still looks brand new. Like I said, this mower's barely been used though. It's been used on slopes and stuff. This oil ain't even hot. I just ran this thing. This oil's not even hot. So this whole engine just runs a lot cooler. I mean, it don't feel cooler, but it runs cooler. It's got better cooling fins. They've changed these engines. This is the EXI engine. Similar engine to what my Husqvarna has, but this is a bigger engine. This is the EXI engine. Anyways, let me set you guys up. You guys can watch me cut a little bit of G-grass with it. It's a really nice mower. This area's a little swampy, so I'm going to try to avoid it. Okay, next test. This is my review after just getting this thing. My first impressions in review. I'll tell you guys what, this is a very, very easy mower to use. I love the personal pace. But in the end of the video, we're gonna hit that steep freaking hillside. Now let me just climb up on here and just show you guys what we're dealing with. Oh my goodness. You guys see that? This is extremely steep. And so those trees are even leaning and stuff. It's crazy. So this is real steep. So I've weed eat a lot of this. So this is but I'm just gonna demonstrate to you guys what exactly this thing can do. And I might take it above and beyond up to that part. So this will be interesting. This mower goes up hills like it's nothing. So next, we're gonna bag with it. Let me get this stuff. Gave me the bagger and the discharge. Shoot. He's used the bag a little bit. That's okay though. There it is. That thing's a mean machine, I tell you. All right, so first we're gonna try bagging with this thing. Now here's the discharge sheet. So to use the bagger, how to put it on is, if you want, you can leave this bag on all the time, but I think it gets in the way. So you lift up on this, and you see these two hooks. There's a hook right there, and on the other side, and then there's like these notches on the bag. So you get the bag on there, and you line them notches up, and the bag will sit down on there. Then close this down on there and give it a good slap, and then you can switch your mower to bag, and now it's ready to bag. So I'll demonstrate that back in over here where there's a little bit of leaves, not much, but it's enough to give you an idea. I'll do this whole little section once I find the place. So I just heard leaves settle inside that bag. So yeah, let's see how it did. Switch your mower back to mulch, unless you're going to be bagging more. Now, there isn't a lot of leaves or grass that I'm cutting, but you can see it picked up all of these leaves here. It picked up all the leaves that were here. So it passed that test. There weren't many leaves, like I said. I could test it in some thicker stuff at some point. I didn't really do much right there. Sorry, you guys. So anyways, let's dump this and continue with the test. In fact, I'm going to dump this right over here because I'm going to test the side discharge feature with this. Bag is easy to dump. There ain't nothing to it. It's got a little handle right here, so you could shake it out. Okay, side discharge. Show you guys how to put it on. So what you do is, there's little notches, 2 little notches in here. So you lift this up, you see them little nubs right there? Sorry, my bad. You can't really see them that good, but there'll be 2 little nubs here and here. So you put this thing on and it'll just kind of sit in there really, and then you just close it down on there and those nubs lock it in place. All right, now let me show you the side discharging. Okay, so I went forward and back right in here, and here's where everything blew. It actually blows pretty good distance. I'll show you one more time here. So that's the side discharging. It does pretty good, I will say. You just lift it up and pull it out is all you got to do to remove it. So I call that job well done, if I do say so myself. All right, now before I go any further, I'm going to show you guys the maintenance. So here's maintenance. Right here it's got a deck rush port, so that's nice. Now here's the fuel tank. This thing's okay on gas. It's a pretty big tank, it really is, and it's got a good amount of gas in it, but as you can see, it's got a pretty big opening, so fueling this thing up is easy. Now maintenance, check your air filter every now and then. This is actually a brand new air filter he just put in here, because the other one was dirty, I guess, he said. So he gave it a new air filter before he gave it to me. I'm telling you, this guy's got money. Anyways, check at every spring or at the end of fall, it don't matter. When you're really done with it, drain all your gas out of it, drain it out of the tank, and then start it up if you can get it to start, because there'll be some in the carburetor. So drain the gas out of the tank, start it up, let the carburetor empty itself. But in the spring, just tap this out, it don't matter. See, mine's already got dirt in it, so you could just see it comes out. So just tap your filter out like once every year or whatever. Tap it out. If you need to get a new one, get a new one, obviously. You don't have to change your oil as often with these engines because they run so much cooler, and look how that That oil's literally still brand new. That's what I'm trying to tell. That's what I'm saying, is this is a break-in oil. Now, as soon as you would have started it up and let it run some, on the first mow, these things would be hot already. Like that oil, I mean, would be really dark. And believe me, I have experience. I've had a lot of mowers, and the oil just turns absolutely dark. I'm just amazed because he's never changed this oil. So I'm just amazed at how freaking clean it is still. You know, if you do want to change your oil, they changed a couple things, and they eliminated the drain plug, which you can get around that. Heck, even the owner's manual will say to just tip them on their side or tip them on their back. Some of them. I just take them and tip them over on their side, and it gets most of it out. And then you can put, you know, the fresh in. So that's. See, you're not going to get every single last drop out. There's still going to be a little bit in the bottom of the engine. There always is. It don't matter how you do it. You'll always get a good bit out, unless you have like a oil siphon, which I'm thinking about getting an oil siphon. You just pump the thing up, put it in there and pump it up and just leave it there, and you'll leave it there for a couple minutes, and it'll suck the oil out, and then all of a sudden you'll hear, and that's how you know that your oil this engine, it's still hot, but runs cooler. That's the key word, is runs cooler. So anyways, the blade, this thing has the typical blade. It's the same blade that Toro has always used. It is, well, you can see it. Same blade they've always used. Same exact blade they've always used. It's the, this blade is dinged up bad. And I'll tell you why, is because he didn't care to run over sticks. I mean, it's not super duper bad, but it's got dings on either side. But it'll be fine, right? So this mower's, it's a pretty good mower though, I'll tell you guys. It's a reliable too. You can see the front right here. And that's the pulley going to the back. You can see that cover, and this is the one going to the front. So they've got a lot of innovation in these mowers. Toro has done a really good job with them. If you take care of them, they'll last you forever. And a lot of people don't use, they abuse. If you use and abuse them, okay, I've got I don't know what model this is, I never looked. I think I doubt it. It might be a 2033. It won't even tell me. I kind of doubt it's a 20332. Because 20332s are the rear-wheel drives. Doesn't say anything right here. So hold on one sec, because there's a thing right here. 20353. That's the model number. All-wheel drive number. The 20353. Anyways, it's a good mower. Apparently Briggs & Stratton has stopped making engines. Apparently, from what I've read. But enough of my loud talking mouth. Let's get to the ultimate test. Yeah, so this mower, the nice part about this is it's kind of hard to pull back. Now, that's if you want a mower that's easy to use, and if you're using this on only flat ground, keep in mind it's a little bit hard to pull back because of having both, you know, the front gearbox and the rear gearbox. I think it's actually kind of helpful whenever you're mowing on the hills because it actually doesn't roll. You can pull it backward, and you still have to, on my hill, I still have to pull it. So, just something to keep in mind. So, yeah, I'm kidding. Like and subscribe if this video, if you found it helpful. Comment down below, you know, your experience with the Toro, you know, what you think about it. And I'll try to reply to most of you. So yeah, peace out, you guys.